wrote the Declaration of Independence. The 56 signatures that were found in the Declaration of Independence represented the 13 colonies in the early United States. The Declaration of Independence was not just written in impulse, just jumping the gun. No, a committee was assigned. The committee that was assigned by the Continental Congress to draft the Declaration of Independence included Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Roger Sherman, and Robert Livingston. The principal author of the Declaration of Independence was none other than Virginia's Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson authored the Declaration of Independence in coordination with the genius Benjamin Franklin and the lawyer John Adams. Thomas Jefferson was no saint. He wrote in the Declaration of Independence that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, writing this while he owned many, many, many slaves. Hypocrisy. It's never good to speak out of both sides of your mouth. How was the Declaration of Independence written? In 1774, delegates throughout the early United States met in what was the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia. Well, why did they meet? They met to discuss their beef, their collective beef with England, and especially King George III. Delegates met again in 1775 in what would be known as the Second Continental Congress. Well, what conclusion did they come to? It was time to break away from England. Hard work pays off. Thomas Jefferson spent 17 days writing, revising, editing in what would become the Declaration of Independence. Why was the Declaration of Independence necessary? The Declaration of Independence was written with 3 ingredients: time, hustle, and persistence. Why was it necessary that the Declaration of Independence was written? Well, the Declaration of Independence was a rallying cry to the rest of the world to try to recruit countries like France, who inevitably helped the United States win the American Revolution at Yorktown. Revolutionaries such as Patrick Henry spoke out, "Give me liberty or give me death." You know, it's been said that if you have a beef with someone, you need to put that beef into words. Well, that's exactly what Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, and John Adams did. They put their beef with King George III into words, and that words were the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence was a bold statement to the world that the United States wanted to be free and independent. The writing of the Declaration of Independence caused division in many families. Were you a loyalist? Would you follow the king? Or were you a patriot and support revolution? John Dickinson, a member of the Continental Congress, said that writing the Declaration of Independence is like burning down one house before building another. How was the Declaration of Independence a response to tyranny and the abuse of power? The Declaration of Independence was a response to tyranny and the abuse of power because, well, who was it written to? King George III of England. The Declaration of Independence listed 27 ways that King George III abused his power. The terms tyranny and abuse of power are synonymous, which means they mean about the same thing. Tyranny is an abuse of power. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. This comes from the Declaration of Independence, 1776. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. What was Thomas Jefferson thinking? Life was a guarantee that you were endowed by your Creator in the United States of America to be free. Liberty is the extent of freedom that they were guaranteeing that Americans will have. A strange and enigmatic guarantee in the Declaration of Independence was that Americans had the right to pursue happiness. You weren't guaranteed happiness, but you did have the right to pursue it. What does unalienable mean? Well, it means that nobody can take away these rights. Natural rights are rights that are expected to be given to people from the day they are born. The Declaration of Independence can be broken into several parts. The preamble is the introduction to the document. It makes a formal explanation of why the United States needs to separate from England. popular sovereignty indicates that citizens give their consent to be governed. Without that consent, there's revolution, baby. Revolutionary John Hancock emphatically signed his name on the Declaration of Independence. Why? He wanted to make sure that King George III could read his name without his glasses. Benjamin Franklin is noted to have said, "Assuredly, we shall hang together, or we'll hang separately." There will be no taxation without representation. The Declaration of Independence included 56 signatures from some of the early America's most finest revolutionaries. Key elements that were philosophically thematic throughout the Declaration of Independence were borrowed from European philosophies, from philosophers. Ideas about self-government were borrowed from European John Locke. So why do we call the 4th of July Independence Day? Independence Day is a reflection of the day that the Declaration of Independence was adopted on July the 4th of 1776. The original Declaration of Independence is held in the United States Archive Building in Washington, D.C.